Shot, clock, running, shot, clock, running. Welcome to Shot Clock. If you come in my lane, you getting your shot blocked. Coach Bub on the mic, BA is a hot spot. This is the podcast, tune into the broadcast. It might be a special guest, never know who gon' slide past. Got some topics to discuss while making the time pass. Let's talk about rap, let's talk about fashion, let's talk about sports, or what's the latest gadgets, and I ain't trying to brag. This right here the best show. Cross over, then lay 'em up with the left though. Let's go, you got the rock. Time ticking, who willing to take the shot? Shot, clock, running. Shot, clock, running. Shot, clock, running.
Yo, it's your boy Coach Bub. We're on another episode of Shot Clock Podcast. And I got a very, very special guest tonight. I got the legend himself, Purnell Sturdivant.
How you doing, man?
Appreciate you dropping in with me, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. You know, living life, man. You know, can't complain at all.
Good to see you, man.
Yes,
Let's get started, man.
Okay.
This story is funny. All right, so let's go back to 8th grade. This is around what, 98, 99. I'm in 7th grade.
Yep.
Middle school.
Lansdowne.
And I remember we was like, yo, we got this new dude, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Athletic, crazy dude. You know what I'm saying? From Norfolk. You know what I mean? So we're like, yo, who is it? Who is it? You know what I mean? So come out and we get the football.
Yeah.
And it was different.
Man.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? You playing running back and that your combination of speed and power it was a little bit more advanced than you know most of the guys that were there at the time. Like we seen it was just something different.
Yeah.
So let's begin there. Like, so how do you get to that point and you know get to Lansdowne?
I mean, actually, you know, I'm from Norfolk, of course, from birth and raised. And you know, my mom decided to make the transition. Actually, it was after my 6th grade year. So my 7th grade year, probably your 6th grade year.
Yeah.
And I was still late teller for 6th grade.
Gotcha.
I went to Lansdowne 7th and 8th grade. So they just decided, you know, bound home and they moved out the beach. You know, I hated it, man. I ain't want to move out of the beach. I've been up my whole life.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then from a point there, you know what I'm saying, okay, that's my 7th grade year. I'm still playing kind of rec and middle school at the same time, you know. But I mean, 7th grade actually was hard, man. You know, I ain't talked to nobody for real. I think when football season actually came around in 7th grade.
It kind of made dudes.
Yeah, that's what I
he can ball. He can ball.
Yeah.
We got something in common
That's
now.
right.
Now he becomes one of the guys.
Everything clicking, yeah.
Okay.
Yup.
So let's just talk about that team a little bit. It was funny because we had a lot of dudes that ended up being all Tide Water and being some dogs.
Yeah, even towards
in the high school level, but we couldn't get it right.
Nah. So we had me. We had Stokes.
Yeah.
I had AP. Hey, Alan Shaw.
We had a team, bro.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of Twinking Out boys on that team.
Yeah, Ronell Butler.
Hey, Ronell, yup.
Brandon Thomas.
Yeah, remember him.
Arnett.
Remember him.
Demetrius.
Yeah, I went to team with him. Yeah, that's right.
We had some
guys. I think it was more the coaching, to be honest. We had Coach
Works and
we had a good quarterback.
We had Hammond
and what was it, Coach Hiller?
Yup.
He was the one. Coach Hiller was alright.
Yeah, he was alright.
Yeah, but between Hammond and Works, they take care of teachers, man. They don't know about that football.
Good guys, though.
Yeah, good guys, though, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so you go from Lansdowne, then you end up at Bayside High School.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that. I mean, for you to not be a beach student, be a Norfolk cat, you feeling the beach out a little bit.
Actually,
so, how we get to Bayside?
Parents, you know, moving again, man, you know, ran up some, you know, some hard times growing up. Definitely thankful for that, because that's definitely made me the person who I am in the work ethic. But yeah, we know moved back out the beach again. I stayed out North Ridge, you know. So from that point, you know, Bayside, that was the home school. So I ended up going to Bayside for my freshman year of high school.
And you walking there, I mean, at this point in time, they successful. Like I just had Eugene Holloman up here.
Okay, Eugene played with me.
And he was there, and we were talking about some of the guys that they had, you know, going 10-0 and going back-to-back 10-0.
Yeah.
So what was that like, you know, trying to navigate your way? And, you know,
actually, it was good. You know, actually, when I came in, I fit right in because, to be honest with you, I think one of the coaches knew my dad from work, so he already knew I was coming over there, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, when we got there, coach, you know, we had Eugene, Ronell, And then we had Terry, you know, Terry was our quarterback. So, and me and Terry, we kind of knew one another from growing up, you know, so that kind of clicked right there, and then we just made it work, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some big time football players on the team.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So that y'all have that year. Now you were talking to me how y'all just ran through everybody, kind of in JV that year. So you guys on the up and up still.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's the decision now, and how do we, from 9th grade, get to Lake Taylor for 10th grade?
Yeah, actually, man, I begged my mom to go back to Norfolk, man.
Okay.
You know, I still wasn't really comfortable out of the beach, you know, and just being from Norfolk. I just wanted to go back home, you know. So actually, my sister, she was staying with a relative, so she ended up going back to Norfolk before me. And like I said, between my mom and my dad, I actually went back to Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah, and finished out my sophomore, junior, and senior year at Lake Taylor.
Okay, so we getting from Bayside to the back to Lake Taylor. So let's because it's always a stigma of dudes tend to say dudes have to be soft, they don't play no football.
Yeah.
What do you think that comes from? Being someone that you from Norfolk and then you came and played in the beach and you seen really what it was.
Yeah.
So how do you speak to that?
I mean, I guess probably just think of Virginia Beach, you think of I guess more of a different culture or a different nationality, you know, than being from Norfolk or say Portsmouth or Newport News or something like that. So I think that's where that mindset came from. But I mean, as far as talent wise, I mean, they up there, you know.
Okay.
They definitely up there.
Okay. All right. So we at Lake Taylor now.
Mm-hmm.
Now you comfortable.
Yep.
You at home.
I get home.
So now what how you hit the ground running and how we go from there?
Just to get it in, man. I mean, I met Hank actually a few months before I got there, and they were just telling me about the program and things like that. Not to mention there was a lot of people from Berkeley that actually played on the team. And one of my dudes named Lance, he was number 5, but he was graduate, he was a senior, so he pretty much had it set up. Hey man, it's my man P coming in, and he played fullback, running back, linebacker. I got number 5 with him leaving though. Hey, pass that to him.
Okay.
And, I mean, I still had to put in the work, you know.
So is that how the number 5? I noticed like
I just
a
wanted
lot
to
of running backs have more 5 though. Like,
yeah,
so
they tell me.
Did that become like a thing? Like,
Lance,
if you wear 5, like
Lance kind of set it off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He was a couple years older than me, but he kind of, I guess, set that tradition with that milestone where 5 is what it is. Then it went from me, then it went to Priv, then it went to I think another Priv and a couple more cats. But yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's what's up. Okay, so let's talk about some of the successes of being in Lake Taylor, because it's funny because the one team that has been consistently in the hunt, in the playoffs, consistently putting guys out to the next level and the level after that has been Lake Taylor. But for some reason, it's like y'all kind of still be like a afterthought. Like Maury started having success, everybody started talking about Maury.
Yeah.
Austin Smith came out of nowhere, and everybody talking about Smith. And the River had a little run.
That's right.
Even in the midst of the height of y'all run started to get there, Lansdowne was kind of there. So
that's right.
So a lot of that kind of got lost. Like, speak to that.
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, because like I said, before I even got there, Lake Taylor was having success, And my sophomore year, we was okay. Of course, junior and senior year went to the playoffs. For some reason, we was always getting, I guess, knocked out when we went on the other side of the wall to play. But I mean, as far as their programming, and Hank and everything, we always had a great program, man. He was fortunate enough to win a few states, the past few years. So, I mean, if you just look at some of the players that came through there, even back to Famous Amos and all of them, you know what I'm saying? It's always been a tradition at Lake Taylor. That's one of the few schools in Norfolk, that keep a solid program.
Definitely.
Yup.
All right, so you spoke on, kind of going to the peninsula, like. What was it like? Cause it's like I remember that y'all couldn't get over that fever.
Yeah, they
like.
Hey man,
well, speak on that, man.
Good about with that game, man. They knew what happened, man.
I think I was at the one when y'all played them at Harbor Park.
Okay, that was after I left Lake Taylor then.
No, cause you did the coin toss. They beat them that night.
Yeah, they
beat. That was the first time y'all got.
Yeah,
I mean, you did the coin toss.
Yeah, but I guess 2 years before that, previous maybe 3. That's when we actually played over there at Todd Stadium.
Okay.
I mean, they had a squad. They had DJ Park. I played with that Tech. They had DB. I played with that Tech.
That would have been Ellen Lewis.
Even Lewis ended up coming in a couple years later. Yeah, so all them guys that I played with on that playoff game, I ended up playing with at Tech. Yeah, but I mean, it was a good game actually. when I got to Tech and talked to some of the players, man, they said that was the hardest game they played all year, and maybe in a few years, you know, because we give them a good run, you know. But it came down to that last play, man. My man Terrell Golden, man. We all know he caught that ball, but when he stood up, rough call, incomplete. Game over, man.
That was it.
That was it, man. You know. Yup. And after that, they went on blowing everybody out.
And won the state.
And won the state again. Exactly.
I think they won like 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row, something like that. Yeah, they had a good squad, man. But we like I said, we didn't stand no chance going over there. But you see how the tables turned when they came coming off now. Yeah,
got them out of there.
Got them out of there. Yeah.
Matter of fact, that was when they had Taj, right?
Yep, sure
Taj
did.
was the quarterback.
Yep.
So they probably Brent Vincent and all of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's speak to the running back and linebacker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you prefer? Like, if you could have had it your way at the next level,
as far as,
and they said, all right, you're gonna be a running back or linebacker, which did you want to be?
As far as being at Tech?
Yes.
I mean,
or not even if you would have went somewhere, just coming out, if you want to be recruited, they say, all right, are you a running back or linebacker?
I mean, it's funny because actually it was both, you know, from all my schools. I think the only school that really recruited me at Jets linebacker was Penn State, and then from that point they really wanted me to play strong safety, which I never played in my life, so I actually felt uncomfortable, you know. But every other school it was both, and it's crazy you ask that because I remember the first day of camp when we first got there. And, you know, Steinspring was my, recruiting coach, and I'm the last one in the hallway. Everybody going, okay, offense, defense, and I'm the last one.
You don't know what to do.
And he come out.
So when they brought you in, they kind of never really told you what.
Now after, yeah, he was like,
we just gonna
whatever you want to play, whatever you want to play. So I'm like, all right, cool. But like I said, him coming out there and me being the last one, and he was like, all right, you coming this way or you coming that way? I was like, man, I like running back, but I like hitting people, man. So I love line. Even though I was, undersized as far as height.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say weight, but height.
Yeah.
But height, yeah. I still like playing linebacker. That was my passion, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, obviously being all district, all region at linebacker and running back. Defensive player of the year, the region 2 times.
Yep.
All state as
right.
linebacker. So the success is there. What's the decision to go to Tech? Like, so let's go back to being a high school senior, and it's time to the recruiting process. A lot of these Power 5s are offering you scholarships.
That's right.
So who do you decide on, and what are your last 5?
Actually, I was having on Auburn. I had family down in Alabama, so I was leaning towards that way. I like the Michigan too. It's funny because I really thought I was going to NC State. When I went on my visit there, even my junior day visit, you know what I'm saying? I had the ball of my life.
Lake Taylor dudes like it because it looked like Lake Taylor.
Yeah, red and white.
It was the same thing when I was talking with JJ. And he was like, NC State.
I was stuck.
He was stuck in there, but he didn't qualify.
That's right. And then my man Philo Holloman the year before ended up playing corner at Lake Taylor when the NC State. So I really thought I was going to NC State, to be honest with you.
So what happened with NC State?
Nothing, actually. I think Steinspring just came out of the woodwork from Tech, and just
and at that time the allure of playing defense at Tech was kind of a big deal.
Think about playing for
they were putting
in the league.
Yeah. If you played defense at Tech during that time, you were a dog. Like, you had to be a dog.
Exactly. Yeah. But just like I said, Steinspring coming in, and just like I said, just think about probably all the players I played with from this area that I get a chance to play with again at Tech. I think that's what kind of did it, kind of solidified everything. Like, it was like being at home, to be honest with you.
True.
Yeah.
So a lot of y'all Jeremy.
I mean, one year we had I think 10 of the starting defensive players from 757. Yep. I think the only one that wasn't was either Macho or it was either Brandon Flowers.
He was from 804.
Yeah, 804. So
playing against him in high school. He was from 804.
Yep. So
that was, that's when Tech was getting it done.
Oh yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? Because they were winning this backyard. This is all you had to go.
That's it. That's it. And just the coaching staff period, man. I mean, we had a solid squad, at Tech. Every year I was there, but I mean, national championships, that's one thing. But as far as coming into the ACC, actually our first year there, we won the ACC first 2-3 years, not just in football, but basketball and track too.
Okay,
so we was on the road for a while.
All right, let's rewind a little bit. All right, so you get to Tech, right? What's the biggest adjustment from a major recruit coming out of high school at a major school, and now you back being the lowest man on the totem pole?
Yeah, that's right.
and you got to build yourself
Bro,
up. What is that like? And your journey was a little different.
Yeah.
You know, being very undersized.
Yeah.
Middle linebacker.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
right.
Like you said, they wanted you to play safety. That's probably more ideally of what we would project you to be.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your process like?
I mean, I think the hardest part was probably just the mental part, you know, learning the playbook, you know, especially that freshman year, man. It kind of carried over to maybe halfway of my, I would say, red shirt freshman year. That's when I really, you know what I'm saying, started learning. Like, coming from, you know, now you're going to D1 Division A school, you know, but once again, Bud's your coach, so you know he's going to have something in the playbook. It ain't just going to be ABC, you know, so that's the hardest part, man. Just people mind tying their feet up, because if it weren't for that, man, everybody just be out there flying.
What defensively? What was the philosophy of him? What stood out, and what made Bud different than some of the recruit coordinators in the country? Because he was definitely top 3.
I mean, of course, hard-nosed football, but I mean, we was a gap control defense. So in a way, he kind of made it simpler, but at the same time, you still had to do your job. So if you step outside your gap just for one play, now you got 2 men in one gap, as opposed to, okay, you do your job, even if it don't come to you, your gap covered. So that was really his philosophy. But I mean, Bud, everybody know Bud. He top notch, man. He demands perfection, and that's what we try to deliver to him.
All right, so we talked about the DBs and the Vince Halls of the world, and all those guys being at Tech, Vegas Robinson,
yep.
What is that like? Being that guy, and I was like, I just gotta keep waiting my time.
Yeah.
Like, being a guy, you ran for over 1,400 yards, had over 200 something, almost 300 something tackles.
That's right.
Like, just. You could have said, you know what, F this, I'm gonna go somewhere else, and I'm gonna transfer.
Yeah.
And what made Purnell say, nah, man, like, I'm gonna weather the storm?
My sister, man, she really, my sister, the one that passed away, man, she really had me sticking out, between her, man, and my wife, I mean, I ain't no quitter, man. If I'm gonna start something, I'm gonna finish it. Everybody's different, man. You want to transfer or do whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? That's your priority. But I mean, it was more than just about playing football. It was a school period, and then the connections that I have after football from Tech, it's not the same connection I would have. It's not the same connection I would have had from going to, Norfolk State or ODU or something like that. Nothing against those schools, but they're just a fact.
Business decision.
So that's another decision why I really chose to stay at Tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we wait our turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So finally, you get to your senior year, and it's we let you loose.
Yeah.
You're the middle linebacker, the captain, it's your show.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind? Like,
man, I got 1 year to prove that, I belong at the next level, I mean, and that really started, like I said, it started back, I wouldn't even say that summer, but just the way I kind of transitioned my body, knowing that, okay, I'm gonna be the man now, so I kind of even bumped on my way. I got up to 268. My junior
268?
Yeah, my junior senior, I was 268.
At 5'11"?
Yeah, that's when I won that Scalper Award, the highest strength condition award at Tech. Yeah, so, but I was much faster, much stronger.
And still moving.
Yeah, still running 4.4, 4.46. Yeah, so I know I had the capabilities.
Because I remember, I knew how, you could see how big you got. I was like, it didn't look like.
I
thought you were about to say you had got about 240.
Nah, I was almost 270 pounds, man. Yeah, moving. Yeah, and actually I ain't even 5'11", 5'10".
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So you needed that weight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you playing middle linebacker, anybody tell you that. You in the core, you in the trenches, man. Every play you either hit or hit somebody. So already being 5'10", but at the same time I had that weight, I had that strength, and I had the speed. So I overcame everything just from being an athlete.
So that year, you lead the team in tackles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What, like 100 some tackles?
Yeah. Won the ACC that year again. Won the Orange Bowl that year. Yeah.
So what was that like?
Describe
that feel. I mean, everything you have been waiting for and put the work in for, it was paying out.
Yeah. I mean, it was exciting, man. I mean, of course I was used to it because, being at Tech, we've been winning since I got there, but I mean, it's a different feeling when you're out there really enjoying it, and you're the guy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of took me back to high school, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody chip in and do their part, but when you really have an input and a win, like it's totally different, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what's the difference between Purnell, Sturdivant, the reserve linebacker plays, and the difference on, you know, the what's ups and the hey Purnells on campus versus the starting middle linebacker?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same, man. You know, and being me, you know, I'm a homebody. I'm a very humble guy, so like I tell everybody, I don't care if you third string or water boy or you know what I'm saying. You have to coach. I mean, I treat everybody the same. I speak to everybody the same. You know, that I guess that status or having that title, man, don't really mean nothing to me. You know, yeah.
All right, so while we still at Tech, right? Let's talk about something. Obviously, you guys had a tragic event with the mass shooting on campus. Let's speak to that. You know, being a student athlete at the time when that happened.
Yeah, it was actually crazy because we had a police convention that same day. You know what I'm saying? A couple of days. And I was leaving campus, and actually my roommate, shout out to DJ Preston, man. He called me. He was like, "Man, there's a shooting on campus." I'm like, "Nah." But I'm passing the drift, man. I see about 100 cop cars, but my mom's still thinking about the police convention, you know? And he was like, yeah, man, I think like 15 people, you know what I'm saying, were shot or killed or whatever. I'm like, nah.
Now, obviously, this is pre-social media, like where everybody would have been on Instagram. And, so news is still traveling by. You got to see it on the news or somebody call you type of deal. Okay,
exactly. Yeah, so I mean, by the time I actually get past the drill field, you know, the apartment wasn't too far from there. Man, I got home and he's sitting down on the couch, and I just happened to look at the TV, and he was like, I think it was like 17 killed at the time. Yeah, and I was like, whoa, you know, everybody's phone was busy, man. I know, I mean, between that incident, man, I had like 100 voicemails. You know?
Especially if your phone went dead or people couldn't.
And that ain't that. The towers, you know, everybody trying to call everybody at the same time.
Get through,
ain't no signal working, man. You know, like I said, man, it took me like a week just to check my voicemails.
What was the climate of the campus? You know,
it was nice. It was good weather because actually, I think the spring game was coming up, and they ended up canceling the spring game. So I mean, it was a beautiful day. You know, very beautiful. And then that happened, man. Yeah.
What do you think that did for the school as far as camaraderie and just bringing that sense of Virginia Tech pride, you know, to the campus, you know, having to come together after that?
Yeah, I think it definitely united us, man. And then at the same time, man, I just comparing to each sport, you know, I mean, I think it made us go a lot harder just to represent, you know, those 32 victims, you know, and their family, because I mean that was a tragedy. And that's something.
Did you know any of the?
I seen a couple around campus, but I didn't know any person. No, I did.
Okay. All right, so we move forward. You know, after the senior year, you have a successful year.
Mm-hmm.
So now, what's the process? And you know, are there scouts? Do you think that there's a possibility to play at the next level? What's going on?
Yeah, it was definitely scouts, man. And it's crazy because I remember talking to my man DJ Parker one day after workout, and he was like, "Man, they gonna be calling you." And he was with the 49ers at the time. I think as soon as I had put my phone down, a scout had called me. Hey, so he said, "Want to make sure you got your right number, blah blah blah." You know, the small talk. But actually, I ended up having a workout with Buffalo, man. Not too long after that, and a lot of people don't know this, but I ended up getting a blood disease called ITP.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, I found out.
Okay, explain to the people out here, because like myself, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what
ITP, like I say, is a blood disorder, man. And basically, you go bleed to death inside, you can paralyze yourself, or the red blood cells actually they break off. So I was like cutting myself here and there. You know, sometimes depending on my level,
it'd be hard to stop.
The bleeding. Yeah,
more than
exactly. So I had to, coming from Buffalo, you know, I had to actually go back and see a specialist at Tech as soon as I landed. But I mean, as far as that, I was asking about, you know, ball, and it's like a month before the draft. And basically, he was saying, ain't gonna be no ball this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So at that point, you know, I had to call the agent.
What goes through your mind though, like? Because it's like, yo, I waited 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
For this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I get to this moment, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I've put on 20, 30 pounds, like worked out crazy, you know what I'm saying? Make sacrifices, and then
that's it.
Life deals you this.
Yes. And actually, man, I've been playing ball since I was 3, so I put in 20 years, you know what I'm saying, with the work. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it definitely was hard. And I cried like a baby in the doctor's office. I really couldn't believe it, you know, and just to hear that, you know, that soon, and like I said, after putting in all the work and sweat and tears, man, and now you coming with a blood disorder that I had, you know, never had no symptoms, no nothing, you know, that's just what it was. And he was saying, it's probably because of my physique and just the way I took care of myself, which I thank God for that. But he said I could have had this years ago, and just thank God nothing ever happened to you while you was on the field, you know. So I mean, I mean, I can't complain, man, because it could have been a lot worse, you know.
Definitely. Okay, so you graduate, you get a degree that, you know, that's the biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so it's life after football now. What is that transition? Because that's a hard.
Yeah, it's hard to swallow, man. Yeah, man. Like I tell people, man, I don't even think just football, but sports period, man. I think it's like a gift and a curse, you know. I mean, if you make it, okay, cool with it, but if you've been somebody playing ball or whatever sport your whole life, and you know now all of a sudden you got to stop because whatever reason, you know, that's the curse part. So, and to be honest with you, man, I don't think I watched football. Like I said, I came out 2009, so. I think the first time I ever watched football again was like 2015, 16.
Wow.
Like, I'm talking about like
completely shut it down.
I see it on TV, change the channel, turn the TV off. I ain't going to no games, none of that.
So were you upset with football or just you just couldn't deal with that?
No, I wasn't upset. I was hurt, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, you've been dedicated your life to the sport for, you know, 20 years, you know, and for it to do like this, you know, at one point, you know, I mean, I had to question some authorities, like, you know, why. But I mean, I think for anyone that has a passion for anything, to end up giving it up, you know, unexpectedly, you know, I think anybody would feel the same way.
It's funny you said, because I had John Gilchrist up here, and he said something about sports. He was like, sports it's funny thing about sports is it's nothing but lows. Like, you experience 90% lows and only 10% highs. But we chase it. Because think about it. Every year, only one team is the winner.
That's it.
So even you could have been as successful as you were, but
it's a team.
You didn't win the championship, so it's a low.
I mean,
so
it is
when you
low.
kind of look at it like from that perspective.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I mean, I guess that depends on, you know, the player and the stats and, you know, the position. Because I mean, we ain't never had no national championships in Tech, but we won it.
That was very successful.
Very
successful.
I mean, I look at that too. You know,
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we get into the athletic training?
I think that was just a way of me trying to, I guess, fill the void, not playing football, you know.
So when does this come about?
Actually, it took a while. I mean, I did it my first year coming out of Tech. I did it for, you know, about a year or two. Then I kind of laid off, you know, starting a family, you know, married already, you know, kids to support. So I kind of laid off that. Went to, you know, traditional 9 to 5. And then I really just started picking training up, I said maybe 2 years ago. Off and on, but to be on a consistent note, I would say probably last year. That's when I really, I'm just go ahead and do it and just, you know what I'm saying, get it done. I mean, that's when I really started taking it serious. Because everybody always asks me, you know, especially being the you know, the health and shape that I'm in since not playing football. You know, everybody still think I play or whatever. No, I just train. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so do you train all ages or kids?
Kids, adults, high school, middle school, fitness, you know, females. I do it all. Yeah.
All right, we were speaking a little earlier about what you got going on as far as, you know, you just started a business. Can we speak on that?
Yeah, actually, me and my wife.
Shows people it ain't just football.
It ain't just trust me.
You know, people are doing a lot
more. You know,
football is
that's the avenue
that got you here, but
platform. Exactly, man. You know, a lot of people think that, and I think that was kind of my mentality growing up. You know, if I'm gonna be able to make it and take care of my family, that it has to come from football. But it's plenty of people out here who has a lot more money than football players that not playing sports. You know. But actually, man, we just opened our financial firm, and actually in Town Center about 2 weeks ago, man. Just, I mean, teaching people about retirements and you know, the 401ks, the stock markets, man. And it's based off life insurance, you know. And as us growing up, you know, that's something we was never taught, you know. And not to, you know, name any colors, whatever.
People are making millions. Become millionaire families
off insurance. Off life insurance.
And just passing it down.
Generational wealth, you know. So that's what we're educating people on, man. And, you know, we've seen so many tragedies, even like to the people at my job these days. You know, you got people at the railroad, 70, 75, and they still working, you know, because they can't retire, you know. You got people passing away, you got GoFundMe's and all that, but then you look on their Instagram and Facebook, and they got all the children on Gucci down. But I mean, what are you leaving to your kids, you know? And that's something, man, my wife been teaching our children, just about financial literacy. Because We won't talk that growing up. Then they had no discussion. My parents talking about money. I'm in the next room somewhere. You better come in here, you know.
Exactly.
You know, and I seen my parents go to the hardship, you know, growing up.
Definitely.
You know, not to mention.
We want a part of that conversation.
Exactly.
It's grown folks talk.
Grown folks talk. Somewhere else, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think people build that generational wealth and leave legacies? The beauty about it is depending on which policy you have, but the one we definitely dominate in is called the IUL, in that universal life. That's where you can put as much money in as you want to. It's tax free. A lot of people use it for retirement. You can use it to buy a vehicle, you can use it to buy your car. A lot of people pay houses, everything. That's how they have money in life insurance. That's why when people now they get into politics, but you know, I'm talking about Trump, don't pay taxes, all that. He's not. He had life insurance. Life insurance,
and it keeps
paying out.
If they keep giving.
And life insurance is not considered an asset, which means it's not considered income, which means you can't tax it. But a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is. But yeah, that's the route we on, man. Like I said, just educating people, man, and you know, even back to, you know, my sister, man, passing away, you know, man, she didn't have, you know, and that's something that I regret. But if she did have, you know, look at the legacy she could have left on my niece. Thank God we was able to still take care of things.
But it could have made it a lot easier.
A lot easier.
That's what it's for.
That's what it's for. But we look at it as a bill, but it's really it's an investment.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna name some names, and I just want you to, the first thing that comes to your mind when I name this name, and just elaborate, okay?
Okay.
Hank Sawyer.
Tough. Man, that guy, man, he old school. He went to St. Paul playing football, so back then when he played, man, I don't even think they even had face masks on their helmet, you know, but just his tenacity, man, and his aggression, man, just to go out there and win and, you know, dominate, man. And he's the type of guy, man, he's old school, you know. He's going to come with attitude. He's going to come with a chip on the shoulder. He got 5-6 plays. Like they said, like, no, okay, give him time to work. He's going to keep running until you stop. That beard, that's all. That's it.
I had to defend it.
That's it, yeah. Yeah.
We had them 35-6 at the half. They came back. That beard tough, bro. Oh, yeah. I read That's
it.
when they had Malik.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a different breed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he keep you up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, all week.
That's right.
Okay, Bud Foster.
Bud Foster. Oh, man. I think I want to say his aggression, man. You know, that guy, man, taught me so many things, you know, just outside of football, you know. But that, man, I would say perfection. And man, just doing things the right way, man. You know, this guy, he's a mastermind. You know, he's definitely a legend, you know. And just his abilities, man, to coach and to put schemes together, just to not just for the team, but even for certain players sometimes, man. So, I mean, really, when I think of him, I'm just say legendary. That's it. Yep. Go.
Fred Bigman.
I would say more laid back, man. You know, good coach. But as far as like his aggression and everything, he could show it, but Beamer he just one of the type where I guess he's kind of like, I would say, soft spoken. I mean, he could get loud, you know, if he needed to, but he's the type of player the type of coach that's going to have an impact on you when you walk in the room. So his presence is enough. He doesn't need to say anything.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I've heard that he was the special teams coach.
That's right.
That Beamer ball and what y'all did on special teams. What was it about the special teams and what he was doing that made it just stand out? Because obviously during that time, no one was better than Virginia Tech at special teams.
I think just the amount of time we spent on just special teams. You know, Tech.
Most teams don't spend
that much time on special teams. You know, just like Tech, man, we had a high school system, man. You know, most colleges of D1, they might practice in full pads once a week, maybe twice. And Tech, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Full gear. Monday we might have helmet and shoulder pads. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're not just pad. We actually hit clacking. So by the time come game time, man, we already built for it, man. Yep.
Okay. All right, so let's have fun at it. A little fun I like to have at the end. Right?
Gotcha.
So, who's the top 5 players from Lake Teller?
Lake Teller. Starting with number 1, number 5.
We can go.
I go 5 to 1.
We can build it up. Yeah,
I go 5 to 1.
Let's go 5 to 1.
I'm trying to think in actually my time frame. Even I know a couple cats before me, but I'm saying though, does it have to be the years that I played?
Nope. Just if somebody asked you to write the Lake Teller history,
see, that's the thing.
And we had to say, give me the top 5 football players to walk through this building.
All right, well, I gotta go with the guys I really played with. Cause I mean, I heard stories about the guys, but if I ain't there to witness it, I can't.
Your list, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Your list.
Number 5. It's kind of tough too, man. I will.
They watching.
I know they are, man. That's all. I'm trying to be mindful, man.
Hey, man.
I'm trying
to get dudes out here.
I'm really trying. I know. Hey, trust me, I be watching the show, man. I'm like, yeah, he messed up when he said that one, man.
Keep it real.
All right, top 5. I'll start with probably my junior year. I'll probably say Clarence Clanton would probably be number 5. He played corner and wide receiver for us.
Okay.
He ended up going to Hofstra.
Gotcha.
University, yeah. Number 4, I'd probably say Salente Potter. Played linebacker, another shorter linebacker, 5'8". But Salente was tough though.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was tough. Number 3, man, it's tough too, man. You got me thinking this some years ago too, man. I'd probably say Ricky Durham. What was the offensive tackle?
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, got to be my man, Antonio Jones. Got to be
Tony was tough.
Yeah, Tony was tough. Yeah, Tony was definitely tough.
He was tough.
Yeah. And you know, one, I got to put myself. I got to put myself in that point.
That's what I like to hear.
Stats don't lie,
everybody get out here.
Stats don't lie, man.
Everybody get out here and be humble.
I'm trying to be humble, but
men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Hey, numbers don't, man. Your numbers better than mine. Not to mention, man, I played both ways at that, and I was achieving at both ways. You know, either way. So
either way.
I got to put myself in them way. If you find somebody else that did as much as I did, playing both ways,
yeah,
then you're gonna talk. And not to mention, my senior year, I played with a broke shoulder and a high ankle sprain. Both on, and then both on happened in camp. So I played with them the whole year.
All right, so we often have this argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I say, right? I say Smith, Bayside, Kentsville, Salem, Lake Taylor are the best school for running backs.
Okay.
If we looking at some of the running backs that came out, and Kentsville for real might be number 1.
I got you.
With Dozier, went to Penn State, and Zeb Clark, Dana Boo.
Yep.
Like, so, what's your take on the running back situation? What's the best school for running backs?
In this area, as far as high school?
Yeah, that have came out probably in the last, that during that time, a little bit before us, a little bit after us.
I would probably, just because I probably keep up with them as much as anybody else, I would probably say Smith. Yeah, and I don't follow everybody, so that's just still my opinion.
They've had some.
But Smith, I know is a powerhouse.
Especially with my man, what's the dude? Jones that went to UVA.
UVA, Yep.
He was tough. They got
Cleese, yep.
Coleman.
Yeah.
They had some good ones.
They sure did,
They had some real good ones.
So yeah, I'll probably go with Smith.
Okay. That's a good safe choice.
Yeah, it's a safe one. Yeah, can't go wrong. They win the states, man. You gotta have a decent running back.
All right, so before we get out of here, right? Just speak one more time on what that atmosphere was like, that Lake Taylor versus Phoebus rivalry.
It was hostile, man. It was definitely hostile. I mean, from the time we got off the bus, man, it was ready. I don't even think we even warmed up. We just stayed on the side and I just waiting for the coin toss.
Somebody told me Eden Lewis Range Rover.
Nah, you see the film? I got the film. I got the film. Never did.
I'm messing with you.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say. Look at him.
Look, I'm messing with you.
What?
Look, I'm messing with you.
I still got that film. So y'all better call him right now.
As a linebacker, what type of linebacker would you rather play? Big, strong back, or a shifty back? Small shifty.
Far as a back, running back.
Which one gives you? Oh man.
I like the big and tall ones, man. I'm 5'10", so
that's the thing I said. I'd rather play
the
the
big.
I'd rather play the big.
Oh yeah.
That's just gonna get downhill.
Yeah, the one with the long stride.
That's a good game.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. What I want.
Start getting them little shifty.
Yeah, and I gotta get out here.
Gotta check you.
Cover flags.
That's right. Yeah. Nah, not to say I can't do it. I mean, I done did it plenty of times at Tech, but the big, long, lengthy ones with the stride, I take them.
Best running back you played against?
Best running back I played against, high school or college?
In college.
Ooh, man. Hey, go from Miami. Frank. Yeah, he's different gear, man. Different gear, and he was so quiet about it. Like, ain't no showboating him, man. He down here running. He get the rock, and he gone. That's it. But yeah, Frank Gore was tough, man.
What about high school best running back?
Oh yeah, it's easy. Jamel Deans from Wilson, man.
Yo,
Hey, that
three
dude-
people that's been out
Hey.
here. Three people that's been out here that's been bigging him up.
Man, that's
from different schools,
Hey, look,
different
I'm
districts.
telling you, I will put him against any top 5 you got, including, and I'm a fan of person.
Gotcha.
When you take a Jamel Deans, who was only 5'5", 5'6", running a 4.2, versus a guy 6'1", 6'2" with a strap,
yeah, he
he's
could
gonna eat him up. I guarantee you. What's the dude from Kansas City?
Oh, Cheetah.
Yeah, Cheetah.
Tyreek Hill.
That's what he'll Tyreek Hill. I'm telling you, this guy coming out 400-500 yards a game off 10 carries.
I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Jamel Deans, yeah. Definitely. If y'all don't remember that name, I think that's the best player I ever played against.
That's what's up. There's
Yeah.
3 people that's.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta get him on the show.
You gotta get him on the show, man.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get him on the show, man. But I appreciate you
Oh
dropping.
yeah,
in
yes
on
sir,
me,
man.
This
Anytime,
is
man.
man.
I appreciate it, man. It's
We
been an honor,
should
man.
in doubles, man.
Yes sir,
My
man.
man, Purnell.
I got you, man.
Shot clock.
Tune in to 24 Shot Clock.